corporate, mga 5'9". I'm Bob. Welcome to my channel. Again, this is Bob, Corporate Security and Safety Practitioner. So today, i-discuss natin yung active shooter response training. No? Ano ba yung gagawin mo pag mayroong active shooter? No? So, but before that, gusto ko munang pasalamatan lahat ng subscribers ko. Maraming salamat sa inyo sa walang sawang pagsuporta. And then doon sa mga mag-subscribe pa lang, maraming salamat din sa inyo. So ito madlang people, ang participants nito ay lahat, no? Lahat ng tao. Dahil just for in case, no, nasa party kayo tapos may biglang active shooter na pumasok, yung anong gagawin mo ngayon? So we'll proceed now to our main topic, no? Active shooter response training. Ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng active shooter, no? So based on this training, ang sinasabi ng active shooter is that an active shooter is a subject or actively engaged in killing or attempting to kill people in confined and populated area. No? For example nga, sa sinasabi ko kanina a while ago, that limbawa sa party kayo, no? Wedding party, wedding event, no? So may bigla lang pumasok, no? Tapos mamamaril siya. So anong gagawin natin ngayon? Magpapatama na lang ba tayo ng bala dun sa active shooter na yan, no? Or mayroon kang gagawin para at least masave mo yung buhay mo. So if you are interested in this video, please keep on watching. No, again, active shooters primarily use firearms, no? And there is no pattern or method to their selection of victims. Wala silang pinipili kung sino man yung papatayin nila at babarilin nila. Ang sa kanila, pagpasok doon sa, for example, wedding event, no, bigla na lang mamamaril yun. Wala silang pakialam kung may tamaan man doon or wala. Basta ang objectives nila is to kill people. To kill more people on that event. So yan yung active shooters na sinasabi natin. So what are the objectives of this training? Ano ba yung mga objectives natin, no? Of course, number one here is that offer strategies to prevent and prepare for a potential active shooters in incident. No? Ano ba yung mga strategies na gagawin natin pag mayroong active shooter? Uupo na lang ba tayo tapos magpabaril doon sa active shooter? Of course, no. No, we need to find a way to save our life, right? So number two is that to provide options, no, to enhance survival when confronted with an active shooters. No, pag mayroon ng active shooter, anong gagawin natin? No? I-enhance natin yung ideas, strategies natin, no, para at least maiwasan mo si active shooters. And for that, no, masisave mo yung life mo. The life is very important, mga 5'9" or madlang people. So number 3 objectives of this training, madlang people, is that describe actions, no, needed to safely interact with the responding police officers. Ano ba ang gagawin natin? Ano bang ginawa natin during that shooting incident? No? Of course, pag dumating yung police, sino ang unang nang tanongin dyan is that yung nandoon sa crime scene. No? Ano ba yung crime scene na sinasabi natin? Ito yung lugar kung saan nangyari yung incident or accident. So yan yung definition ng crime scene. Okay? So again, as I mentioned, no, nasabi ko na yung definition ng active shooter. Ito yung mga taong basta-basta na lang pumapasok doon sa event at bigla na lang mamamaril without valid reason, no? Ang objectives lang nila is to kill people, to kill more people. So ibig sabihin, wala silang pakialam kung sino man yung barilin nila at saka kung sino man yung tatamaan doon. So yan yung definition ng active shooter. Of course, number 1, ang active shooter event is unpredictable, no? Hindi natin malalaman kung kailan mangyari ito, lalo na pag yung security system is napaka-weak. I mean, madaling pasukin, gaya ng hindi napigilan yung active shooter na magdala ng barrel inside the event. Yes, no, active shooter events is unpredictable, no? Hindi ito natin malaman kung kailan. So, yan yung active shooter event. Number 2 is that evolve quickly, no? Mabilis itong pag nag-start na yung shooting, mabilis niyang maparami yung kanyang victims. Isipin mo, isprayhan mo lang ng mag-i-spray lang siya ng baril doon sa event. So maraming tatamaan because lahat ng tao doon ang nasa isip nila is party. No? Yun pala, may bigla na lang mamaril. So napaka-weird naman. Continue until by the law enforcement, suicide, or other intervention. No? Hanggat may bala si active shooter, no? Hanggat may bala yan, pamaril lang ng pamaril yan. No? Hindi yan hihinto hanggat mayroon siyang bala, hanggat mayroon siyang iputok. Hihinto lang siya when, no, the enforcement personnel or PNP personnel stop him. No? So, of course, ang unang action ng police dyan, pag nakita nila may nagsushoot, no? may namamaril, so agad-agad ibarilin na nila yung shooter dyan. Okay? So, option for surviving, no, an active shooter event. Mayroon lang po tayong tatlong option to survive yourself during the active shooter incident. And the number one here is that I will explain one by one. No? Una dito is run, and then number 2 is hide, no, and then fight. Okay, so yan yung mga options na pwede natin gawin during the active shooter incident. Right? So we go to number 1, no? So run, sabi niya nga dito, run, evacuate when an active shooter is in your vicinity. Pag na-notice mo na mayroon ng active shooter doon sa area mo, na for example nakarinig ka ng notice kung saan ang galing yung putok, no, mag-run ka na agad hanggat may tatakbuhan ka. Takbo, no, for your life. Right? So yan yung number 1 natin. If there is an escape path, attempt to evacuate. Pag mayroon kang pwedeng madanan, no, takbo para sa buhay mo, mga madlang people. Dahil pag hindi 100% papatayin ka ng active shooter na yon, hindi nangingilala yun ng kanyang biktima. Hindi namimili yun ng kanyang biktima. Yan katindi si active shooter. No? So, way back last year, mayroon tayong isang incident, no? Active shooter, where nangyari ito sa isang 5-star hotel din, no? But I don't want to mention the name of the hotel dahil for the confidentiality naman, no? So maraming biktima doon na tinamaan ng bala, no? So yun yung example ng active shooter kung natatandaan niyo. Okay, so number 2, evacuate whether offers agree to or not. No? Evacuate whether others agree to not. No? Mag-evacuate ka kahit hindi papayag yung iba. No? Encourage them to evacuate for their life. Pumayag ka man sa or hindi, kailangan natin mag-evacuate dahil pag hindi, sigurado mamamatay tayo dito. Yun ang sasabihin natin doon sa iba. No? Okay? So, next one is that leave your belongings behind. No? Actually, ladies and gentlemen, so isa lang itong tips sa atin. Pag pumunta tayo ng party, huwag tayong masyadong magdala ng maraming pera dun sa bag natin. No? Dahil una ito yung pwedeng mag-push, no, sa'yo doon sa kamatayan. Dahil for example, mayroong active shooter, andin yung bag mo is LV, no, or mamahaling bag yan, tapos may lamang 1 million. Of course, di mo pwedeng iwanan yun, no? During the active shooter, talagang babalikan mo yan. So ito yung magdala sa atin na sa kamatayan, no? So ang sinasabi dito is that leave your belongings behind, no? Kung hindi mo na kayang dalhin yun, hindi mo na madadala, iwanan mo na for your life. The money is makikita pa, pero yung buhay natin hindi na pwedeng tugtungan yan, no? Pag tinamaan tayo ng bala dyan from active shooter, sigurado ko 100%. 6 feet below the ground ang puntahan natin. Okay? So next one is that help others escape if possible, no? Maging matulungin naman tayo. Hindi po pwedeng sabihin natin, bahala ka sa buhay mo, lalo na pag ikaw yung security personnel on that area, no? Hindi po pwedeng isipin lang yung sarili mo. So dapat isipin mo rin yung mga guests nyo, and then yung other people. Kung posible, kung kaya naman, so tulungan natin para mak-escape doon sa area niya, no? Para naman sa buhay niya. Okay? Next one is that prevent others from entering the area, no? For example, may namumutok na doon, no? And then nanonotice mo, mayroon pang gustong pumunta doon, no? Para makaisisyoso. So, pigilan na kaagad natin. So, sabihin ng may magtanong, paano natin pigilan yan? Andun ko nga sa area. Of course, kung mayroon kang radio, no? Hinaan mo lang konti yung volume dahil bawal mag-ingay. Manotice ka ng active shooter. Tawagan mo yung mga kulig mo sa labas, na huwag nang papasukin yung ibang guest dahil mayroong active shooter na nangyari doon sa loob. No? Kasi tayong mga Pinoy, ugali natin pag mayroong mga incident, no? Makisyoso ka agad. No? So, hindi natin alam na dinadala natin yung buhay natin doon sa danger. No? Dahil, for example, during sa isyoso mo, ongoing pa yung active shooter, matamaan ka pa doon. So, patay kung bata ka. Right? So, next one is that kailangan nating tumawag ng PNP personnel na nearest doon sa area. No? Now, kung hindi ikaw yung security personnel doon, of course, hindi mo alam yung precinct na malapit doon, i-call mo lang yung hotline ng PNP natin. So, kailangan natin i-call yan. Okay? So, kung ikaw naman ng security personnel doon, of course, alam mo yung contact number ng nearest police station. So, tawag ka agad tayo para at least maagang mag-prevent itong active shooting incident. Right? So, yan yung gagawin natin during run, no, sa takbo. And then, mayroon tayong isa, hide. No? If evacuation is not possible, find place to hide. No? Kung hindi posible yung evacuation, maghanap ka ng lugar na pwede mong pagtaguan. Of course, dapat solid force. Solid yung area yun. Ibig sabihin, hindi kayang tagusin ng bullets ng active shooter. No? Mayroong mga metals walls, partitions, no? Ang metals hindi kaya ng bala tagusin yan, lalo na pag makapal, of course, no? So, ito yung number 1. Lock and or block the door. No? So, for example, doon sa event venue na yan, no? May tatlong event venue. So, ang active shooting incident is nangyari doon sa first room. No? Tapos may second room pa, may third room. So, now, because of that shooting incident, nakapunta ka doon sa second room. No? So, kailangan mo i-lock yung door ng second room. Sir, how can we lock that? No? Nasa stage kami ng panicking, natatakot na kami. So, pwede naman nating i-block yung mga upuan doon, talian yung door, no? Para at least hindi makapasok si active shooter. No? So, mahirapan siyang pumasok doon sa area yun dahil naka-block yung pinto. Tao din naman siya, wala siyang extra power. I mean, hindi siya immortal. No? Kaya lang siya nakakatakot because mayroon siyang firearms, no? Na pinamamaril niya doon sa event venue. Okay, again, ang active shooter is hindi namimili ng biktima yun. Kahit sino na lang, bibiktimahin niya. No? Bata ka man, matanda ka man, no? Mayaman ka man, mahirap ka man. Pag nandoon ka sa venue na yun at mayroong active shooter, hindi namimili yun kahit sino tatamaan ng bala, wala sa kanya. Basta ang purpose niya and then ang objective niya is that to kill more people. Yun yung active shooter na sinasabi. And then silence your cell phone. No, kailangan mong i-silence yung cellphone mo during that incident para at least nakatago, no? Para at least hindi ka malukit ng active shooter. Kasi for example, nakatago ka nga tapos yung phone mo hindi naka-silent. Ang lakas-lakas na pag nag-ring naman ang buong barangay yung makarinig, nako, notice ka nun ng active shooter. So, ang gagawin niya, ilulukit niya lang kung saan nanggaling yung sounds, no? Patay ka na. So, pwede ka niyang isprehan ng ng baril ka agad doon. No? Pwede niyang pagbabarilin kung saan ka nakatago. So, kailangan nating i-silent yung phone natin. Hide behind a large objects. No? Dapat magtago ka doon sa likod ng mga large objects. No? Solid parts ng building. Kasi para hindi ka tagusin ng bala pag binaril ka ni active shooter. Kailangan mong gawin yan for your life, ladies and gentlemen, madlang people. Especially pag 5'9 ka, ikaw na-assign doon sa 5'9 means security personnel ka, ikaw na-assign doon sa event na yan. So you have a lot of responsibility during that active shooting incident. So dapat mayroon kayong training, kung anong gagawin mo during active shooting incident. Right? So of course, pag ikaw yung security personnel, priority mo is that yung security and safety of your guest. Guest of the company. Yan yung number 1 priority mo. Okay? So next one is that remain very quiet. Huwag mag-ingay. Kung mayroon kang nervyos yung kasama doon, pigilan mo yung pag-ingay niya. Relax lang. Calm down. Dahil pag mag-ingay ka dito, iyak-iyak ka dito, tatamaan tayo dito. So relax. Huwag mag-ingay. Don't create noise during that time. Okay? Next one is that be out of the shooter's view. Kung for example, ang shooters ay nasa kaharap ng bandang event venue, so dapat nasa likod ka or magtago ka na mawawala ka sa view o sa view ng active shooter. Ibig sabihin hindi ka niya makita. Dahil pag nakita ka niya, easy target ka para sa kanya. So kailangan mo be out of the shooter's view. Kailangan mo magtago doon sa pinaka-safe na area. Next one is that provide protection if shots are fired in your direction. Ano ba dapat yung mga protections natin gawin? Pag mayroong mga cabinet dyan, couch dyan, doon sa event venue na yan, kung mayroong mga klaseng setup yan, na sa tingin mo ay solid parts, pwede mong pagtaguan yan during active shooting incident. For example, sa wedding setup, mayroong mga supplier or contractor ng wedding na solid parts, na pag kahit tama ng bala is hindi makatagos doon sa area yun. So, yun yung area ang pwede mo pagtaguan para at least safe ka. So, lagi nating tatandaan, pag nagtago po tayo, dapat doon sa solid parts area. Hanap po ng solid parts area. Paano ako sila makatago? Ang gawin na ngayon putok tatakbo ko. Hindi sneak roll ka, gumapang ka. Para at least pag nakatayo ka, of course, easy target ka from the active shooter. Right? So next one is that not trap or restrict your option for movements. Hindi ka rin pwedeng magtago doon sa pwede kang matrap. Dahil pag nagtago ka doon, yung pala wala ka ng lalabasan, kawawa ka na doon sa active shooter. Pero may option ka pa doon kung for in case mangyari sa yan. Of course, for your life, you need to fight. You need to fight for your life. Yan yung last element natin dito sa active shooting incident. Fight. Ito yung last. Wala na akong option. It is the last resort. Ito na yung last remedy. Kailangan mo mag-fight. And only in your life is in danger na. So you need to fight. Kasi for example, ang active shooter is nag-iisang tao lang. And during the event, marami kayo. Siguro hindi makaubos ng wag naman sana. Hindi makaubos ng 10 yan. Hindi ma-prevent niyo yung active shooter na yan. Iisa lang siya eh. Mostly nangyayari ganun. Isang tao lang yung nag-active shooting. Okay? So ano mga dapat gawin natin? Ano mga dapat tips na gawin natin? Okay, ito. Yell and make loud noise to disorient the shooter. Kailangan mong sumigaw at gumawa ng ingay, para ma-disorient yung concentration ni shooter. Kasi for example, pupunta na sa doon sa may nakatrap na tao. No, kailangan mo sumigaw banda dito. But make it sure na safe yung lugar mo. No, para mawala yung attention niya doon, mabalid sa'yo. No? So, yung mga tao doon sa may na-trap na area, pwede na siyang balikan. No? Mag-fight na tayo, wala na tayong option. Dahil kung hindi tayo mag-fight, mamamatay tayo dito. So, you need to fight for your life also. Okay? So, ano ba yung mga possible na arms natin para makapag-fight sa kanila? Wala naman tayong baril, of course. Kasi participant tayo ng event. No? Number one option dyan, ladies and gentlemen, is that yung fire extinguisher. Pwede natin gamitin yan against sa active shooter. No? Pwede mong isprayhan yung mukha niya. So pag spray ng mukha, ipalo mo yung fire extinguisher sa kanya. Tingnan natin. No? Kasi for example, mga 10 kayo dun sa areang na-trap kayo. No? So sa 10 na yun, imposible hindi kayo magpag-fight. Isa lang yung kalaban nyo. Lalo na pag close fights. No? So kaya nyo na yan. No? Again, sa sinasabi ko, isprayhan mo yung mukha niya, no, ng fire extinguisher. And then ipalo natin itong fire extinguisher sa kanya. Tingnan ko kung hanggang saan yung buhay ng active shooter na yan. Okay? So next one is that attempt to incapacitate the shooter. No? Tanggalan natin siya ng kakayahan. Paano? No? For example, mapalo mo yung hands niya. No? Lalo na yung trigger hands. Pag napalo mo na yan, ibig sabihin, wala na siyang kakayahan magkalabit ng barrel. No? Paluin mo yung ulo niya hanggang mawalan siya ng malay. So, meaning to say, natanggalan mo siya ng kakayahan to operate or to use or to handle the firearms. No? So, isang factor na yon para ma-prevent yung incident na yan. This is the last resort, ladies and gentlemen. No? Fight. Fight for your life. Okay? Next one is that provide improvised weapons. Yun na nga yung sinasabi ko kanina, ladies and gentlemen. Kailangan mo mag-provide ng mga improvised weapons. No? What are those? So of course, yung fire extinguisher. Number 1 weapons yan. Mga upuan doon. No? Lahat ng pwedeng ipalo natin sa kanya. Yan ay improvised weapon ang tawag doon. Okay? So madali lang. No? So next one is that commit to your actions. So dapat didikit ka doon sa gagawin mo. Kung yun na yung pinaka-last resource, you need to do it. No, dahil pag hindi, mamatay ka rin din naman. So, kailangan mong labanan yan. Okay? So, yan na yung pinaka-last option mo. Okay? Commit to your actions. So, yes, no? Ang mga example para doon sa ma-covers or ma-close natin yung mga doors, no? Pwede nating talian as a temporary locks, no? Lagyan natin ng mga harang, couch dyan. So, pwede natin ilagay yan. No? Reinforce the lock doors with chairs, no? Discs, no? And other items na pwedeng mag-block ng doors na pinagtataguan. Good example of barricade, no? Mga upuan. Ito na nga, reinforce the primary barricade. Barricade, mga upuan. Okay? Example of the improvised weapons, fire extinguisher, yun, no? Mga chairs doon na pwede nating ipalo sa active shooter na yon, no? So again, sabi ko nga, for example, 10 kayo, isa lang si active shooting, so madaling yung mag-prevent yan. May madali man sa inyo, pero of course, no, kayang-kaya nyo siyang supilin or pigilan. Okay? So, when police officers arrive on a scene, of course, ang unahin ng police is that yung namumutok kung hindi pa na-trap si active shooter. No? So, their first priority is to eliminate the threat. No? Pag na-eliminate nila yung threat, and then, doon na mag-start yung tulong doon sa mga victims. No? Well advanced to the area where the last shots were heard. No? Were heard, no? So, kung saan nila yung narinig yung putok, of course, doon sila pupunta. So, initial officers will not tend to injured victims, no? Hindi, of course, hindi nila, kung biktima ka, for example, between life and death ka dyan, hindi man nila malaman yun. So, ang unahin nila dito is that yung active shooter or nagkikrave ng biktima. Sa active shooter yung first priority nila. Alright, so that's it, madam people, ladies and gentlemen. No, ito yung mga steps natin na pwedeng gawin during the active shooters. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, no, itong training na to is 1.5 hours. Tuloy package ito para sa mga subscribers ko. Now, kung gusto niyo magkaroon ng more ideas about the security awareness, I encourage you, ladies and gentlemen, to watch this video. Panoorin lang natin. But again, for this first subject, maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga subscribers ko. At din doon sa mga magsusubscribes pa lang, maraming salamat din sa inyo sa walang sawang suporta sa channel na to. No? Alright, so we'll proceed to another topic, ladies and gentlemen. Stay and watch. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, madlang people, no? Ito yung second subject natin. No? The title is that the leadership role model. No? Ano ba yung role mo? And to be a model to your personal, no? To your subordinates, to your people that you are managing. No? So, bakit mahalaga ito sometimes? No? Ladies and gentlemen, ang maging isang leader is hindi basta-basta. No? Napakahirap. No? Look at the successful person, just like, for example na lang natin is that yung mga president natin. In their city, for example, kung saan sila naging mayor, naging governor, no, napakagaling nila. Sobrang galing nila. Because they only handling, no, yung isang bayan na yun. But look at, for example, naging presidente sila. No, nationwide. So, napakahirap ng obligation nila. Yan yung challenge na maging isang leader ka. Now, if we are talking about the company only, no, of course, there are a lot of strategies na kailangan mong gawin para ma-earn mo, maging mo yung respect of your employees and your subordinates. No? So, dito sa topic na to, ladies and gentlemen, mayroon tayong 10, no? 10 parts of the leadership role model na dapat natin gawin para maging model tayo sa personal natin. But before that, again, gusto ko munang batiin lahat ng mga subscribers ko. Maraming salamat sa inyo. And then doon sa mga magsusubscribe pa lang, maraming salamat din sa inyo. So, again, kung sa tingin mo, kailangan mo tong training na to, is that, no, stay and sit back and watch this video. Now, of course, marami kang makukuha ang ideas dito para at least kung hindi ka man magaling na isang leader ay mayroon kang idea on how to be a model with your subordinates and employees. No, ano bang sinasabi nating leadership? Can be complicated, of course, because of ang dami mong obligation sa buhay. Pag ikaw kasi yung isang, for example, department head ka, no, ikaw yung number one shield ng subordinates mo or your employees. Ikaw yung father nila, yung wall nila bago ma-atake sila ng ibang department head din. No? So, of course, dadaan muna sa'yo. So, what's the step? Now, for example, mayroong violation yung personnel mo, of course, kailangan mo munang imbestigahan para at least malaman mo yung totoo. Okay? So, anong sinasabi dito? It can requires practice and dedication. Of course, kung wala kang experience, no, at wala kang dedication sa trabaho mo bilang isang leader, ay huwag ka nang mag-leader. No? Dahil failure lang ang abutin mo. Pag sa tingin mong wala kang kakayahan to be a leader, to be a good model with your subordinates, huwag na. No, dahil mabubulyaso lang yung department mo or yung company mo. Ito na sinasabi nila. You learn how to lead with respect, empathy, and positive energy. You will also learn to recognize when to be a patient. Kailan ka maging pasensyoso. Kailan ka maging positive people, positive leader. kailan ka respetuhin ng mga personnel mo, no? Subordinates mo, no? When to use humor. Kung kailan mong gamitin yung chismis pala. Kasama pala ito sa role ng isang leader. No? Pati pala ang chismis pwedeng gamitin to be a good leader, to be a role model, no? When to admit if you are wrong. Kailan mong aminin pag ikaw ay nagkamali. Hindi po pwedeng leader ka, ibig sabihin hindi ka na nagkakamali, perfect ka. No. Maraming leader na nagkakamali, no? But you know on how to manage that and handle, no? So hindi po pwede yun, ladies and gentlemen, no? Balikan lang natin yung previous training ko na sinasabi ko na you need to experience 1 million pagkakamali, no? So hindi naman ganun, no? I want to correct it. Nagkakamali ka, no, in how many times, but not in the same nature of offense. So ibig sabihin, kung ang nature ng offense mo ngayon is negligence, no, dapat next time hindi na mangyayari ang negligence na offense mo, no? Dahil nagkamali ka na doon, ibig sabihin you have already the experience about the negligence. Bakit naulit pa yun? No? So dapat hindi na maulit yung negligence failure mo. Okay. So marami kasing leader, no, na sometimes nagkakaroon ng trouble, no? Lalo na pagdating doon sa punishment ng kanilang subordinates. So ito konting tips lang. For example, sa security department ka, no? Mayroon kang officer, no? So palagay mo detachment commander siya, no? So as detachment commander, of course, ikaw yung may command lahat ng outsourced personnel coming from your agency, no? But ikaw na detachment commander ka is direct reporting ka doon sa client, corporate security, no? So ibig sabihin, pag nagkamali yung subordinates mo, DC o IC ka man, o kung ikaw man yung nagkamali, of course, no, depende sa offense na gagawin mo. Pag minor lang yan, no problem. Minor, what's the example of the minor? No? Na late ka, improper wearing of uniform, no? So that's the minor offense, no? Ano naman yung example ng mga major offense, no? Ang example nito is that, for example, no, na detrimental mo yung interest ng yung agency, nasira mo yung image ng company. So that is the major offense, no? Like for example lang, no, mayroong VIP personnel sa company niyong dumating, no, and then na mishandle nyo yung VIP nyo. So what will happen? Of course, ma-detrimental mo yung interest ng agency nyo, yung image ng agency mo, that's the number one. And then the number two is that nasira mo din yung image ng hotel, ng company, because of your actions, no? Na mishandle natin yung situations, yung VIP. So that's why lahat ng VIP from other country or the spokesperson of that VIP, no, kung sino man yung in charge doon, nagalit sa atin. So ibig sabihin, nasira yung image niya, no? Pag nasira yung image, what do you think? Mayroon pa kayang next time na mag-i-stay sa atin? No, wala na. Dahil nasira na lang yung image ng hotel, eh. Ang sabihin nila, hindi na tayo pwedeng stay ulit doon dahil hindi tayo safe. So that's the objectives, no? And then ikaw naman, for example, because of your actions, pwedeng ma-relieve yung agency mo, pwedeng i-relieve ng client. So what will happen? No? So ang dami-daming madadamay. For example, yung money mo in that company is 100, no? And then because of your actions, nagkamali ka, pwedeng ma-relieve yung agency mo. Pag na-relieve yung agency mo, how many people to be affected? So, ang dami. Lahat ng security, lahat ng 100 people na yun na security under that agency is madadamay. Diba? So, you need to care, no? Kailangan mong isipin kung anong dapat gawin bago tayo mag-actions. So that is the example or tips on how to be a good leader. Right? So now, dito sa main topic natin, ladies and gentlemen, ang number 1 dito is that yung leading with respect and respecting others. So kailangan nating respetuhin yung mga security personnel natin. No? Your subordinates, kailangan mong respetuhin yan. The number 1 here is that honesty is worth 1,000 trees. No? When you are honest, you are showing respect for the people you lead. So dapat maging honest ka sa kanila. So, by way of honesty, ibig sabihin, nare-respeto mo yung mga tao nila. Yung subordinate your people. No? So, that is the number 1. Okay? So, number 2 here is that leading with energy. No? Dapat every time na pumasok ka, may energy ka. No? Hindi po pwedeng you're looking weak. You're looking sick. No? May sakit ka. So, hindi ka maging model sa kanila dahil una-una sasabihin nila, my boss is matamlay, no? Wala sa condition, wala sa sarili. No? Baka may sakit. So, ganun yung sasabihin nila. No? So, that's why kailangan mo maging may energy. Right? So, that's the number 2. And then, number 3 here is that being positive. No? Kailangan mo maging positive sa lahat. No? Positive thinker. Hindi ka pwedeng negative thinker ka. Kaya nga kailangan maging model ka nga sa kanila. No, kung negative thinker ka, hindi ka maging model sa kanila. Sasabihin nila, ano ba siya? Napaka-negative naman ng tao niya. So, it is the number 3. No? If you can train yourself in positive, make you better. More successful person and your team will improve also. So, dahil sabi ng training na to, lahat ng mga successful na tao ay positive thinker. If you are positive thinker, of course, your team will also improve. Maging positive din sila. So, right? So, that is the number 3. No? And then number 4 is the leading with commitment. So, dapat may commitment ka. Hindi po pwedeng nagdadaing na yung security personnel mo sa'yo, your subordinates, nagdadaing na sa'yo. Parang wala pa rin sa'yo. Bahala ka sa buhay mo. Problema mo yan. No? So, that is not. Kailangan din natin silang pakinggan. No? Para at least ma-earn mo din yung respect nila. Okay? So, that means paying attention to the individuals in your team. Understanding their unique abilities. No? Now, kung mayroon silang mga ginagawa na kakaiba, no? Kailangan mong right, so the number 4 is that the leading with a commitment, no? So, meaning, paying attention to the individuals in your team, understanding their unique abilities and ensuring their personalities align with yours and the business values is also important. No? So, kailangan nating i-appreciate yung abilities, no? Yung unique abilities ng colleagues natin or subordinates natin na pinapakita during their work. So, mahalaga din yun para at least ma-feel nila na ina-appreciate natin yung kanilang ginagawa. Okay? So, then, the next one is using of humor. No? So, mahalaga din pala yun. Kailan ba natin pwedeng gamitin itong humor na yun? Chismis, no? So, kailangan din pala ito sa isang role model ng leader. Maging role model ng leader. No? So, ang chismis pala kailangan din natin. So, kailan ba natin pwedeng gamitin? Ang sinasabi dito is that using humor effectively creates a good atmosphere. No? A positive environment and productive and happy workplace culture. Your attitude will rub off of your employees when humor is used well. Ibig sabihin, mahalaga rin yung humor pag ginagamit natin ito sa tama. But of course, ang sinasabi dito is that yung humor na positive from your personalities as a being leader. So, kung puro negative yung marireceive ng subordinates mo, of course, mawalan din sila ng gana magtrabaho. Dahil unang-una, yung manager ko nga yung supervisor ko nga napaka-negative yung dating sa akin. So, ibig sabihin, ako din, mag-relax din ako. But depends on the people, no? Mayroong mga subordinates na kahit negative yung nare-receive nila sa manager nila, pero andoon pa rin yung pagiging aggressive at dedicated nila sa trabaho nila. Certain types and levels of humor may cause more harm than good, no? So you have to treat the tightrope carefully. We can't help with that, no? So for example, nakakarinig sila ng mga bandang chismis sa'yo, especially from other department, no? So sasabihin ng ibang department, si Mr. ganito magaling na leader yan. So that creates a good environment for you and to your teams. Okay? So next one is that the power of patience, no? Kailangan din natin ito. Bakit mahalaga yung patience? Dahil pag high blood ka, hindi ka na makapag-isip ng maayos, no? Ang mangyayari doon, puro bulilyaso na lang. Dahil una-una, mainit na yung ulo mo. Ay kung mainit din ang ulo ng subordinates mo, hindi mag-aaway kayong dalawa, mag-isigawan na. So kailangan gamitin mo yung power ng patience, no? Kailangan mo siyang i-motivate yung personnel mo. Kailangan mo siyang i-inspire, no? Kailangan mo i-explain sa kanya step by steps kung anong procedures ang mayroon kayo. Okay? So, ang sabi dito, use patience in the workplace. You can improve the relationships, of course, no? Command, respect, and win better deals. No? So, pag gamitan mo daw ng patience, siguradong ma-improve yung relationship mo within the department. And of course, to other department din. Dahil pag halimbawa, puro ka na lang mainit ulo, so hindi kayo, una-una, hindi kayo magkakasundo ng subordinates mo. Kung yung subordinates mo nga, hindi kayo magkasundo, lalo pa yung ibang department, no? Dahil laging mainit yung ulo mo. So, then, successfully exercising patience can take a little time out of your day, no? But it is worth it. In the long term, you'll save time and money by listening to staff. Okay? So, ang patient kasi, pag wala kang patient kasi, sometimes, no, ito, magiging expenses, no, kung wala kang patient. Kasi for example, hindi kayo nagkasundo ng personal mo, and then mayroong involved na for example yan, no? Nagsuntukan kayo, so ibig sabihin may mga injuries na mangyayari. So because of that, yung company mawala ng personal. So expenses yun, no? Dahil pag hired ng people, pag trained ng people, ay mayroong bayad yan. Hindi naman po pwedeng mag-train ka na walang bayad. And then aside sa payment, magbibigay din kasi ng time, no? So yung time na ginagamit mo para i-train yung subordinates mo is that bayad ng management yun, no? So that's another additional expenses. Okay? So that's why mas maganda yung gamitin natin yung patient natin. Hindi po pwede yung padalos-dalos tayo mag-decide, no? Laging mainit yung ulo natin. So hindi po pwede yan. Kailangan gamitan natin ang patient to be a good role model to your subordinates. So next one is that abiding your time in deal making, no? Considering your options and abiding your time in deal making, of course, no? So next one is that recognizing, rewarding others, no? Okay, so mahalaga din ito, of course. Pag mayroon kang personal na nakagawa ng maayos, no, within your department, for example, na comment sa ng guest, no, 100% believe yung guest sa service niya, respectful, lahat ng comment ng guest. So kailangan natin i-appreciate yun. Kailangan natin i-recognize yung personal niya. Mayroong mga company na yung binibigay nila is that yung certifications, no. Mayroon ding iba na ina-awardan nila during company anniversary nila, for example, Best Employee of the Year, mga ganyan. So that is the one way to recognize kung ano yung nagawa ng mga subordinates mo or employees mo. No? So as a leader, recognizing and rewarding others is a great way to show to staff, to show staff you're paying attention to what they are doing. So yun ang sinasabi nga dito. When you do, you'll see a good example. And then pangalawa is that mabubooster mo pa yung moral ng personal mo and increase the value of your business by reducing staff turnover, of course. So pag naramdaman kasi ng staff na mahalaga siya sa iyo, mahalaga siya sa company, ibig sabihin walang turnover of personnel, hindi mabilis yung turnover of personnel. So, as I mentioned a while ago, yung turnover of personnel is also expenses by the company. Kasi for example, every year nagpapalit ka ng employee, so every year ka din magti-train. So how much the expenses of the company? Kung for example, 10 empleyado yan, so ang dami-dami na. So to avoid that incident to happen, kailangan mo ring i-bolster yung moral ng personnel and increase the value of your business. So yun yung the base sa recognizing, rewarding others. Okay, so we'll proceed to the next. Then the next one is knowing when you are wrong. Dapat alam mo kung mali ka. As a leader, you know also on how to accept or to admit you're wrong. Kailangan mo rin, kung nagkakamali ka, kailangan mo rin i-admit dahil nobody's perfect naman dito sa mundong to. Maliban lang yung pangalan niya is perfecto, so talagang perfect siya dahil pangalan niya yung perfecto. Okay? So ang sinasabi dito is vitally important that leaders knows that they are wrong. Imagining that you are right, even when you are not, will only lead to problems, can spell disaster for a business. So ang sinasabi nga dito, kahit na mali ka na, tapos pinagpipilit mo pang tama ka, maging malaking epekto doon sa business mo. So hindi naman kawalan ng kapugihan pag inadmit mo na nagkakamali. Normal lang sa tao nagkakamali, pero wag naman yung paulit-ulit. I mean, yung the same nature of offense, paulit-ulit lang, everyday, ganun yung offense mo, ay hindi na yun pwede dahil una-una mayroong wording na wording doon is that masyadong grave, katanghanin yun, so hindi ko pwede yan. Knowing when you are wrong will help you to build stronger relationship and allow you to correct mistakes before they become major issue. Right, kung nagkamali ka, hindi naman masama na mag-admit, and then we can apologize to the people kung saan ka nagkamali. So sorry sir, nagkamali ako for that. And then, I promise, I assure that this will not happen again. Para at least, ma-fail ng mga subordinates mo na ay sila na-admit niya pag nagkakamali ka. So, ganun din po. Okay? So, next is that leading with empathy. Ang sinasabi dito, as a leader, you'll need to empathize to be successful. But you might ask, why it is all about somebody else. Empathy will help you understand another person's needs and feelings. Kung may sinasabi yung personal mo, dapat mong pakinggan mo. Hindi ko pwedeng baliwalain mo dahil kaya niya sinabi yung problem na yun because hindi niya na kayang solusyonan. So you need to listen to your personal para at least mag-feel niya, na mayroon kang empathy sa kanya. Okay? Kailangan ka niya. So, kailangan mo din siyang tulungan because they need you. Because you are their supervisor. You are their manager. Pero kung ang reason mo is bahala ka dyan, 100% hindi mo makukuha yung respect with your personal or subordinate, even to other people. Okay? And then, once you do, you'll stand far better chance to building strong, trusting relationship. Of course, sabi nga nila, pag tinulungan mo yung personal mo doon sa major problem niya, and then i-solve it, maging loyal sa iyo. Iba kasi yung loyal yung personnel mo sa'yo. Kaysa naman loyal yung personnel mo at narespeto ka. Kaysa naman sumusunod lang sa'yo dahil of your positions. So, iba yun. Magkaiba yun. No? Kung sumusunod sa'yo because of your position, and then pagtalikod mo lang, sigurado ako 100% may gossip na mangyayari. Okay? So, next one is that healthy manager is a good manager. Of course, dapat healthy ka. Why? Why the healthy is important? Kasi sino namang tao ma-importante yung healthy. So, lalo na siguro pag manager ka, so dapat healthy ka dahil pag hindi ka healthy, how do you make the planning with your company? How do you drive your department kung hindi ka healthy? So, dapat healthy ka para at least makapag-isip ka ng maayos during this time. No? During the time na nasa company ka. Ang sinasabi dito, your health does not just affect you, it affects the people around you too. No? Ang sinasabi niya, yun ang sinasabi dito. So, ibig sabihin, napakahalaga din yung health natin. And there are so many ways on how to maintain our health. Of course, kailangan mong mag-balance diet. No? Time management. Doon sa time management kasi papasok yung pag-exercise mo, no? Physical activities mo. So, kailangan mo rin i-lead yung people mo para sa ganong activity. Para at least lahat kayo healthy in that company. Alright, so hanggang dito na lang madlang people. 5-9. No? So, hope marami kayong nakuhang additional ideas, no, on how to be a role model with your subordinates and personnel. Again, the title of this training is that the leadership role model. No? Paano ka maging role model with your subordinates? See it as an example with your subordinates. Okay? So again, pag nagustuhan tong video na to, mag-subscribe, mag-like, mag-share, no? And then pindutin din yung notification button para at least sa lahat ng videos training na gagawin ko is that ma-notify kayo. Okay, so we'll proceed to the next training. Alright, so again, magandang araw, ladies and gentlemen, madlang people. 5-9 ka-corporate ko. So, this is our third training. No? So, full package ito. From active shooter training and the leadership role model. And then ito, the third one is that the guest engagement training. No? So, ano ba yung mga dapat mong gawin if you are the security personnel in one 5-star hotel? So, how do you handle your guest? How do you approach your guest? No? And then, ano ba yung mga strategies para at least ma-amaze yung guest? Now, if you are interested in this video, please sit back, no? And keep on watching. Right? So, again, ladies and gentlemen, we start from our culture. No? Ano ba yung, kung ikaw yung HR personnel, ano ba yung dapat mong, ano ba yung sayings mo on how to hire the people? No? Kahit ba ito'y barumbado, ba't magaling siya magtrabaho, okay na ba sa'yo? Ano ba yung mga criteria mo to hire the employee? No? So, of course, dapat mayroon kang criteria on how to hire the people. So, here, ganito yung criteria namin. No? We hire for the attitude and we train for the skills. Okay? So, hindi naman kasi pwedeng magaling ka nga, pero napakasama naman ang attitude mo. So, hindi ka na matuturuan. Ibig sabihin, baka ikaw na yung maging GM. No? May attitude ka eh. So that's why na ganito yung aming practice. No? We hire for the attitude and then we train for the skills. So, ang attitude kasi mahirap ituro yan. Ang behavior, napakahirap ituro yan sa isang tao. But ang skills, no? Kung maganda yung attitude mo, ibig sabihin, madali kang turuan. So, that's why, ganun yung sayings namin. Okay? So, ano ba yung mga do's and don'ts? No? For example, you are the lobby security personnel. And then, example, na-assign ka din sa reception area. Of course, malaga dito yung facial expressions. No? Hindi naman po pwede yung parating pa lang yung guest, no? Ikaw na security personnel ka is nakasimangot ka na kaagad. So kung ako yung guest, no, hindi na ako tutuloy dahil yung security, no, nakasimangot na kaagad nung nakita ko. Ano pa yung problema nito? So imagine, ladies and gentlemen, na for example, yung goods natin traveling from other country pa, no? So halimbawa lang natin from United States, ilang oras papunta dito sa Philippines? Siguro almost 13 hours, no? Sa 13 hours na biyahe nila, no, sigurado ako sobrang exhaustive na yun, pagod na yun. Now, pag pumunta sa inyo, for example, ikaw doon sa 5-star hotel, no, unang nakita niya is security, nakasimangot pa. So, what do you think? Lalo siyang ma-exhaust, lalo siyang ma-stress, no? So always remember the words and sayings of the security perspective that the security is the show window of the client, no? So ibig sabihin, security personnel ang unang makita ng mga guest kahit saan sila pupuntang building, kahit saan lang pupuntang company, si security kaagad yung makita nila. So that's why kailangan si security personnel ay maging approachable and smiling face. Huwag naman yung kahit walang tao, nag-i-smile ka, ay baka sabihin nila, baliw ka na nun. Huwag naman ganun. So, sinasabi dito, always smile, no? And then, always maintain an interested and helpful expression. No? Hindi naman po pwede yung tumutulong ka nga sa guest pero nagdadabog ka. Ako, 100% complaint yung abutin mo naman. No? So, maintain eye-to-eye contact. When you speak to the guest, kailangan mong i-eye-to-eye contact para at least masisense ng guest na sincere ka sa kanya. Sincere ka sa pakipag-usap sa kanya. Hindi po pwede yung nakipag-usap ka kay guest pero nakatalikod ka. So that's not. Bawal na bawal yun. Okay? So dapat maintain yung eye-to-eye contact with the guest. Alright? So that is the facial expression dapat, no, na mayroon ng security personnel when you are in a 5-star hotel, kahit saan na mga company, no? Again, ang sinasabi ko nga, security is the show window of the client, kasi una-una security yung makita nila sa company. Okay? Then the number 2 is that the posture, no? Ano ba yung posture mo? Baka naka-duty ka doon sa main lobby pero pag tumayo ka, standing man legs, no? So hindi po pwede yun. Nagre-relax ka, no? Dapat weight balance on both feet, no? So okay, so dapat weight balance on both feet, no? And then shoulder straight, no? Hindi po pwede yung baluktot yung katawan natin because you're looking exhausted noon pag ganun. So that's why baka ayaw kong i-approach ng guest o di kaya mag-adaman so mag-approach it. And then chest out and stomach in, no? Snappy dapat makikita yung security personnel. Paano kung malaki yung tiyan? Kailangan mong papayat para at least maging snappy ka doon sa entrance or kung saan area ng hotel mo. Okay? So next is that hands, no? May mga dapat pa palang kung saan paglalagyan yung mga kamay natin. Saan natin ilalagay yung mga kamay natin? Number 1, keep hands on the side. No? Hindi dapat ilagay yung kamay sa pockets. On the side lang. No? Do not keep hands in pockets on our hips. Nakapamayawang ka. So, hindi po pwede yan. Nakapamayawang ka while you are in the lobby. While you are in the entrance. Patay tayo dyan. Do not cross arms across the chest. So, yan yung mga mannerism ng tamad. No? So, wag natin gawin yan. And then, the next one is do not lean against the counter. Laging nakasandal sa pader. Kung ano mang bagay yung sinasandalan mo. Walang guest. Wala namang guest sa sandal ako dito. No? So, wag kang magkumpiyansa, ladies and gentlemen. Wag kayong magkumpiyansa dahil maraming mata nakatutok sa inyo yan. No? Lalo na pag sa entrance kayo. So dapat within duration of your duty, hindi tayo pwedeng magpapakita na exhausted tayo, kahit napagod na tayo. Laging energetic tayo. I-share ko lang sa inyo nung when I was in subdivision as detachment commander. So, mayroong nag-approach sa akin ng isang homeowner. Akala ko, papatanggal niya yung isang security personnel namin. Pero iba pala yung approach niya. Magandang balita niya. Bakit? Ang sinasabi niya sa akin, every time daw na pumasok siya sa gate, at saka yung security na yun ang duty, napaka-energetic daw. Parang hindi nakikitaan ng pagod. No? Kahit gabi na siya dumating, hapon na siya dumating, ganun pa rin daw yung energy ng security yun. So that's why, sinabi niya sa akin, baka pwedeng i-absorb itong security personnel and then siya yung maging corporate security po sa company. Swerte, di ba? So, he is handling 28 personnel. Hindi siya lang yung corporate doon. I mean, siya yung regular security personnel doon. Nag-iisa. So, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Serve ito as inspiration sa inyo, no? Na pag nagpapakita ka ng gilid-gilid sa trabaho mo, ay makakapansin at makakapansin yan. Sabi nga nila, pag nagtrabaho tayo ay dapat lagi sa puso natin. No? Declare natin, mahal natin yung trabaho natin. So, ganun yung nangyayari sa kanya. Because of his performance, good performance, no? Ang sabi nga ng guest, hindi siya nakakitaan ng pagod every time na pumasok si guest, no? Ayun, no? Na-absorb siya, and then ginawa pa siyang corporate security sa isang malaking at kilalang kumpanya. Of course, hindi ko na sasabihin kung anong company yun. Okay? So, yun yung good news dyan. Okay? So, next one is that if there is no guest, pag walang guest, ano bang gagawin mo? Magre-relax ka na ba? No. Ang sabi dito, maintain your voice, no? Always, you may be in view of the guest. No? Ano yung position mo? Dapat i-maintain mo lang yun. Okay? Do not huddle in groups. Huwag kang magkipagsali doon sa grupo. Nagtatago ka doon sa grupo. No? Magtataka na ngayon si guest. Saan yung security personnel dito? While walking. No? Pati pala paglakad, mayroon pang guidelines. No? So, if guests are approaching, ang sinasabi dito, get aside and give way. No? For example, magkasalubong kayong dalawa, stop ka muna. And then step aside. And then give way to the guest. Yan kasi ang magsushow us respect. No? Ibig sabihin, pinagbibigyan natin yung guest natin in time. Right? So, next one is that if near the door, open the door for the guest. Kung malapit ka sa pintuan, i-open mo yung pintuan para sa guest. No? Hindi po pwedeng unahan mo pa si guest. Bahala ka dyan. Bahala ka sa buhay mo. No? Kung i-open mo yung pintuan or not. No, that is not. Dapat, open the door for the guest. Okay? So, next one is that be aware of the offensive habits. Ano ba yun? Yung mga nakaka-offense na mga habits. No? Mostly, nakikita natin ito sa mga kulit natin. Even nasa security. No? Ang sinasabi dito is that biting nails. Biting nails. No? So, kinakagat natin yung kuko natin. Habang nakatayo, kinakagat-kagat mo yung kuko mo. Ako, that is offensive habits. No? Picking hairs on nose. No? So, ang nose kasi, no? Imagine niyo pag may tao kayong kausap, and then bigla siyang magpisil ng ilong niya. Parang nakaka-insulto. Lalo na sa akin. Pag kausap ko yung tao tapos biglang magpisil ng ilong, sabihin ko gano'n, malaki ba yung ilong ko? Eh, malaki naman talaga. No? Pero iwasan natin yan dahil nakaka-offense yan. No? Pag-touch ng tainga, pag-touch ng buhok, no? So hindi ito pwede. Ang sabi nga doon kanina sa number 1 is that kailangan mo mag-eye-to-eye contact with the guest. Sneezing, no? Coughing without covering mouth. So, huwag ka nang mag-coughing with in front of the guest. No? Kung kaya mong iwasan mo na dahil pwede ka naman mag-coughing right after na mag-usap kayo. No? Okay? So, Next one is the guest service sense. No? Ano ba yung hindi pwede natin gawin, no? Mortal na kasalanan sa guest. For example, you're the security person. Of course, no? Pag sumagot ka sa guest na nagtatanong sa iyo ng I don't know, ako mortal sin yun. So, where is the, for example, where is the function room? Sabihin mo, I don't know, sir. Patay talaga. So, hindi mo pwedeng gawin yan. Tapos sabihin na, for example, sabihin naman ni guest, can you help me? I can't do that, sir. Naku, patay ulit tayo, sir. Hindi po pwede. Right? So, that is the greatest sense is saying no. Saying no sa guest. Hindi tayo pwedeng mag-no sa guest as long as hindi ma-compromise yung security and safety. Kung hindi na-compromise yan, no problem. Yes na, yes na. Kaya natin gawin yan. But of course, kailangan in local. Right? So, let's define the engage. Why the engage is very important as security personnel. No? Ang sinasabi dito, engage is that notify, no? Attract or involve someone interest or attention. No? Participate or become involved. So, yan yung sinasabi natin engage. So, that's why the engagement or engage is very important if you are the security personnel. No? So, security officer characteristics, hospitality. Ano ba yung characteristic ng security officer in hospitality, in hotel? Of course, the number one here is that are well groomed. No? Dapat need siya magdala ng gamit niya. No? Iron. Respectful. Pagalang-galang. Then number two is that have a good posture. No? So dapat mayroon siyang good posture. No? Mag-stand, makipag-usap. No? And then number 3 is that make eye-to-eye contact. Napaka-importante itong eye-to-eye. No? So, tandaan natin yan. The fourth is that respond quickly to request. No? So, dapat kung mayroong request, sige, at saka wala ka namang important or urgent na ginagawa, dapat mag-response ka agad. Then, number 5 is that smile. Dapat laging naka-smile while speaking to the guest. No? Huwag naman yung tawa ka ng tawa na wala ka namang tinatawanan. So, pwede kang ma-charge na balingon. Okay? So, hotel security skills and qualifications. Ano ba dapat yung qualification ng isang security personnel in a 5-star hotel, no? So, ang sinasabi dito, number 1 is that kailangan active listening skills. No? Dapat maayos yung kanyang pakikinig para at least maintindihan niya agad yung guest natin. So, ang sinasabi, hotel security often listen, no, to guests and staff as they are explaining disturbance. No? They need to be able to interpret. So, kailangan yung security natin ay laging makinig sa guest natin. No? Kung ano yung kanilang sinasabi at mag-grievance natin. No? Makiisimpatize tayo sa kanila. Then, number 2 is that communication skills. No? Kailangan speaking and reading clearly is essential for the hotel security job. Sa communications, no, we admit no, na hindi naman lahat ng security personnel is good in communication. But dito kailangan lang marunong kang umintindi. No? Basic lang naman ang kailangan dito kasi hindi naman tatagal yung conversation niyo with the guest. But kung talagang magaling ka sa communication, that is bonus to the company. No? You know that the in-applyan ng security is security, no? Not the communications. So, of course, yung specialist ng security, no? Expertise nila is that the security. No? Prevention crime, deterring crime, mga ganyan, mga identifications, no? Ganun yung expertise niya. Okay? Next one is to make a feel comfortable and positive about your brand. You need to make them feel at home also. Now, of course, kung example, kung saan ka nagtatrabaho, then you make the guest as comfortable with that company habang nakipag-usap ka. No? You make the guest comfortable habang nakipag-usap ka sa kanya. Ibig sabihin, parang mapipil niya na sa bahay niya siya. No? Ibig sabihin, wow, safe na safe ako dito, parang bahay ko lang. No? This is what I want. No? This is what I want. No? Safe na safe ako dito, gusto ko mag-stay dito. So, kailangan. Next is that, how will you deliver quality of service? Paano ba? So, paano ba natin i-deliver yung quality of service natin? No? Paano ba natin matawag na quality yung service natin? Of course, may mga procedures naman natin. So, dapat mag-align lang tayo dun sa procedures natin. No? Pag nag-align tayo dun, ibig sabihin na-deliver na natin yung quality of service. No? Exceed expectation. No? Number one, professionalism. No? Professional experience. No? Dapat friendless. No? Dapat courtesy, magalang. Dapat empathy. And then responsiveness. Then flexibility. Kailangan maging flexible ka sa lahat ng guest request. No? Kailangan maging responsive ka sa lahat ng query ng guest. No? Kailangan prioritize mo yung kailangan ng guest. Kailangan magalang ka sa guest, courtesy. No? Kailangan professional ka, makipag-usap din sa guest. No? So, helping guests and co-workers. Okay? Read the person. I-anticipate natin. Lang yung ibig ng read the person. Anticipating. Kasi, for example, ikaw yung naka-duty doon sa driving. And there's a guest na hawak-hawak niya yung map. And then, dictating siya. So, how do you anticipate that? Of course, approach natin. Parang naghahanap ng location tong guest na to. Kailangan ko siyang i-approach. So, ibig sabihin, you anticipate the needs of guest. Nabasa mo yung guest. Nabasa mo yung kanyang kailangan. No? Work with the solution. You find the solution if there's a problem. No? And then determine what the person needs. So, kailangan mo ding i-determine kung ano yung kailangan ng guest mo. Kailangan ng kulit mo. No? Without saying. That's the best. Because you know already on how to anticipate their needs. Okay? Deliver the service. Of course. No? Kailangan after mo deliver yung service, meron kang follow-up if there is another or additional query from them. Okay? So, next one is that how will you deliver quality of service? And the first problem is that handling the complaints. Paano ba? So, number one here is that listen. Makinig tayo doon sa sinasabi ni guest. And then, respond by apologizing. Next is that how will you deliver quality of service, handling complaints. So of course, number one here is that listen. Kailangan natin makinig kung ano yung kina-complain ni guest. Dahil pag hindi natin pakinggan yan, of course, hindi kayo magkakaintindihan. And then response by apologizing. Dapat mag-apologize po tayo kung nagkakamali tayo. And then take action to solve the problem. So what's the way? So what's your solution in order to solve that problem? And then follow up by the guest, monitoring actions and checking guest if guest is satisfied. So right after mo nag-follow up with the guest, so i-check natin kung satisfied ba si guest, kung mayroon ba siyang ibang complaints. Right? So next is improve quality service. How do you improve your service with quality? Share guest feedback. Of course, kailangan yung feedback ng guest. Doon kasi yung problem kasi na binibigay sa atin, ito yung maging way para ma-improve, para ma-improve yung quality service natin. So next, look for opportunities to improve service. Ano ba yung mga ways, mga pamaraan, sa problemang to para ma-improve at hindi na maulit itong problem na to. Alright? So next, what common problem of security in the new normal situation? No? Lalo na ngayong mayroong pandemic tayo. So of course, the guest not wearing PPE. Number one problem yan. Face mask and face shield. Two is that guest with high temperature. So anong gagawin natin? 3 is that guest roaming around on the restricted area of the hotel. No? Ikot-ikot dun sa mga restricted area ng hotel. And then number 4 is guest not observing social distancing. So kailangan natin yung proper training on how to prevent this, on how to caution the guest. Right? So ang sinasabi lang dito, welcome greetings, no? Good morning, ma'am, sir. Welcome to kung anong company ka, no? And then note, a friendly smile and warm greetings make a great start. So, kailangan maging maayos yung approach natin. Okay? So, guest needs assistance. If there is no concierge, kung walang mga concierge dyan, no? For example, ikaw yung lobby guard, say good morning. May I help you, ma'am? No? So, yan. If guest needs to transact to a full counter, important thing not to leave the guest unsafe. Sabihin natin, ma'am, excuse for a while. No? So, define the right person for him. Okay? One moment, ma'am, sir. I will just look for a concierge to assist you in your insurance. And then in conversation with the guest leaving the hotel. For example, paalis na siya ng hotel. Thank you, ma'am, sir. We're looking forward to having you again as our guest. Ganun na sabihin mo. Masasalamat tayo na naging guest natin sila. Guest with high temperature. Paano ba natin i-handle? No? Ma'am, sir, if you could step to the side for a moment. So we may need double check your temperature. No? So, ma'am, sir, we are terribly sorry. For example, tumaas pa rin yung kanyang temperature, 37 or 38 above pa rin, no? Ma'am, sir, we are terribly sorry. But as much as we would like to have you, we can't permit you access due to your high temperature. So, ganun lang yung sasabihin natin. So, para at least, maintindihan namin ni guest kung bakit natin dininay yung kanyang, dininay yung kanyang entry. No? Dahil pag hindi mo piniliwanag yan, magagalit yung mga guests natin. Okay? Guests not wearing face mask, face shield, no? And guests don't have face shield but wants to enter the hotel. So, anong gagawin natin? But the guest wants to enter your company. The guest wants to enter your grocery. So, as security, no? Ganito lang sabihin natin. Sorry, ma'am, sir, but without your face mask, face shield, we cannot allow you to enter for now. No? Now, kung mayroon kayong face shield, no, face mask na naka-reserve, pwede na naman natin ibigay sa guest. No? Kung okay lang kay guest, pwede rin natin i-charge. No? Please wear your face mask and face shield at all times in the property. So, ganun yung sabihin natin lastly. For example, complete na sila ng PPE nila. Okay, next one is guests roaming around the restricted area of the hotel. No? Paikot-ikot doon sa restricted area. So, how do we approach the guest? No? Ma'am, sir, I'm sorry, but this is a restricted area. Ganun lang sasabihin natin. Is there any particular place you are looking for? Please allow me to guide you. So, no more. No? Yun lang ang sasabihin natin. Para at least, hindi tayo, less mistakes. No? Kasi pag marami tayong sinabi dyan, magkakamali pa tayo. So, dapat less talks na, less mistake. Direct to the point, but approachable and polite. Okay? So, again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of third parts of our training. No? So, kung nagustuhan natin tong training na to, mag-subscribe, mag-like, mag-share, and then lastly, pindutin yung notification bell para at least lahat ng training na gagawin natin, na gagawin ko is that ma-notify kayo. Okay? So, again, before we end, gusto ko muna magpasalamat sa lahat ng subscribers ko at doon sa mga magsusubscribe pala. Maraming salamat sa inyo. So, we proceed to our fourth topic. Now, this is the package to my subscribers, all my subscribers and not subscriber na magsusubscribe pa lang. No? Full package. Right, so madlang people, magandang araw. Ito yung pang apat na subject natin, no, sa full package training na ito. So, bago tayo mag-start, gusto ko munang batiin lahat ng subscribers ko, lahat ng sumusuporta sa channel na to, and then doon sa mga magsusubscribe pa lang, maraming salamat din sa inyo. So, the title of our training for today is that the life-saving roles, no, in working areas. Paano ba natin protektahan yung sarili natin? No? Paano ba tayo maging safe doon sa working place natin? So, now, kung interested ka sa video na to, please panoorin mo to. Okay, so our journey to zero beliefs, no? Ibig sabihin, kailangan natin pag nagtatrabaho tayo, 100% walang injuries. So, yun naman yung pinaka-main objectives natin katsaan, no? We believe, no, that all injuries and incidents are preventable. Totoo yan, no? Naniniwala tayo lahat ng injuries, no, at saka incident ay preventable yan. Working safely is a condition of employment. Correct. Depende sa mga policy and procedures nyo on how do you implement it to prevent any kind of incident. Strong leaderships, no, participation and commitment to safety is everyone's responsibility. Correct. No? So, dapat kung ano yung policy and procedures natin, dapat strong implementation yan. No? So, dahil yung safety ay everyone's responsibility yan. Dahil wala ka namang pwede sisihin dyan kundi yung self mo. So, that's why safety is everyone's responsibility. Following structured safety system critical to safe and workplace. No? Kung ano yung sistema nyo doon to avoid any incident. So, dapat sundin natin. Kaya in-place yung system na yan para mapigilan yung any kind of incident. No? Facilities, equipments, and tools shall be designed, operated, and maintained to high standard. Of course, mayroon po tayong maintenance monitoring dapat, no? Itong mga equipments na to is gumagana pa ba? Working in working condition mode pa ba? No? Safety is a challenge in our work environment and we continue to strive to excellence. Of course, no? Kahit saan ang aksidente nandyan yan. So, kailangan so that's why mahalaga yung safety, no, na dapat mapigil natin during work time or sa trabaho natin. Bilang sa construction man yan, sa security man yan. Okay? So, activating our values and beliefs, no? Ito yung number 1 natin. Our safety values and beliefs are reflected in our behaviors. Of course, no? Kung ikaw ay checklist ka, no, ibig sabihin wala kang safety. Anytime, no, pwede kang ma-accidente if you don't have discipline or self-discipline, no? We care about our employees. Of course, lahat ng company naman, kinikare nila yung employees nila. No? Contractors, too much to not directly intervene when life-saving law is violated. No? So, mostly ang practice ng isang kumpanya, every time na mayroong new hires, ini-orient yan about sa company policy. No? Para at least maging knowledgeable na tayo dun sa policy nyo or sa policy natin, para hindi na natin ipabayulit yan. No? Kung doon naman sa mga contractors, no, ini-orient din yan doon sa mga do's and don'ts ng company. Dapat ito hindi mo gawin, ito lang yung pwede mong gawin, ito lang yung dapat mong gawin. No? This is the one way to prevent any kind of incident. Right? So, ano ba yung dapat natin na i-implement, no, during work time, especially kung sa construction nun yan, any kind of business, no, related to safety. So, una-una here is that yung dapat work within work permit system, no? Pag may dapat may permit system yung company. Yung permit system kasi ito yung sistema na magpi-permit doon sa contractor, no, to give them access doon sa contractor kung pwede na sila magtrabaho o not, no? And then number 2 is that use proper PPE. No, ano ba yung line of works mo? No, for example, sa construction. So, kailangan mayroon kang safety protection gear, no? Katulad ng cap, safety cap, no? Or yung gloves, no? Mga makakapal na jackets, no? Para sa protection mo. Eyeglasses, kung nag-welding ka, depende doon sa trabaho na ginagawa mo, no? Verify isolation of hazardous, no? Kailangan yung mga hazardous materials dapat naka-stored lang doon sa isang area, no? I-check natin saan ba ito store, no? Para at least maiwasan natin pumunta doon sa area and then mag-cause ng accident. Obtain authorization before entering a confined space, no? Kasi mahalaga din 'yan. Dapat magpaalam na muna doon sa mga authorized personnel, kung sinong in charge diyan bago natin pasukin. Kasi malay mo may mga dala-dala kang hazardous material din pagpasok mo doon sa area niyo, ma-trigger, no? And then mag-cause ng explosion. So mahalaga din 'yan. Sila kasi yung mga authorized personnel kasi sila yung nakakaalam or mas knowledgeable doon sa area yun kung anong dapat mong gawin to prevent any incident. Okay? Protect yourself against a fallen wind working at high. Yun, sa mga construction area. Alam mo na may nagtatrabaho doon sa overhead mo, no? Pumasok ko daw ng from protection gear, no? So, kailangan mayroong authorized personnel or yung safety officer na mag-warm sa inyo or mag-orient sa inyo bago kayo mag-start ng trabaho. Obtain proper authorization before ground disturbance activities. Of course, no? For example, magtrabaho kayo sa isang kumpanya, no? Mayroon dapat authorization letter yan from the engineering department or management, property management, no? So, then, follow the drugs and alcohol policy for arriving paid for duty. Of course, no? Pag nagtrabaho dapat walang under influence of liquor. Yung mga, or hindi under influence of liquor yung mga personnel natin. Dahil pag under influence of liquor sila, of course, iba na yung takbo ng isip nila pag andun sila sa trabaho nila. No, malay mo makatulog habang trabaho tapos mataas yung area. So, mahuhulog yun. Okay? And then only work on or near high voltage equipment with proper authorization. Of course, kung halimbawa magtrabaho kayo sa mga with high voltage of electricity, dapat mag-seek guidance kayo from authorized personnel kung safe ba kayo mag-work doon or not. Okay? Never override the safety critical equipments without authorization. Of course, no? Hindi natin pwedeng pakialaman yung mga safety equipments dyan without the guidance or consent of safety officer or authorized personnel. Baka magkaroon tayo ng problema pag pinakailaman natin. Then, follow the safety driving rules of the road. Number 1 din yun. Maraming mga driver na... So, sana marami kayong idea again on how to prevent the incident, no? On how to follow the policy and procedures, no? Again, malaga yung policy and procedures sa isang kumpanya, no? Dahil itong sistema na yan, kaya nilagay yan or in-place yan para ma-prevent lahat ng hindi ka nais na aksidente. So that's why we have the system. Dahil kung walang sistema, ano mangyayari sa atin? Even in the government, no? Sa gobyerno nga mayroong sistema, no? So, na dapat nating sinusunod para at least yun lang, uniform tayo. Amen, no? Kung ano yung sistemang sinusunod, yun ang susundin natin. Okay? So, again, maraming salamat sa lahat ng subscribers ko at doon sa mga magsusubscribe pa lang. Maraming salamat sa inyo. So, for now, no? Kung nagustuhan tong video na to, mag-subscribe, then mag-like, mag-share, no? And then, pindutin din yung notification button para at least sa lahat ng training na gagawin ko is ma-notified kayo, no? And then ma-update kayo. Right? So, hanggang dito.